Hello. Hi, everyone. Did that music get you pumped up? It was getting me pumped up. I'm not going to lie.
Well, hello.
Hi, Gabby. So good to see you. Hello.
Let me just turn this volume up a bit.
I know. This is the first time on screen together. We had a little like practice earlier, just making sure everything was working, but I wasn't on screen because I was being shy, but I wasn't ready to be on screen. But it's so good to see you.
I'm in my nighttime clothes because it's nighttime here, and I thought, shall I get glammed up? And I thought, I just want to be natural. I just want to have a cleansed skin and look like.
Isn't that the best? nothing better than clean skin. I didn't,
Exactly.
yeah, I didn't go for the natural look today. I did the makeup and everything else. So it's only 1:30 here. So, or about 1:30, yeah. Almost 1:40. But
Oh, right.
it's so early. It's so hard to
Oh, God.
stream people in the UK because you guys are so much further ahead than us.
Yes,
So,
8 hours. 8 hours. It's just gone 9:30 here in the UK, and I've been working today. So I finished at 6 o'clock,
nice.
rushed home, and
Thank you
I've got
so
all of my.
much.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. I'm so glad that we're doing a live together. So, so happy. I'm
Yes.
just sitting here, sipping my tea and my tea.
Yes. This has been long awaited because I've known Gabby. I mean, I've been watching you over the last 2 years. So
Yeah,
I remember when Gabby, the fragrantician, by the way, we could talk a little bit about our channels because some of her followers will be here today because we're streaming on both channels. But
yeah.
when I was first, well, it was like 2 years ago, I was kind of into perfume, but just figuring out, who I like to watch and stuff. But I remember you just sitting in the living room on your couch. Remember when it was just very, oh, you have the kitty.
Oh, yeah. He's here. He's here. He's got to join in on the
Well, he
conversation.
can
So
stay. We love animals. But yeah, it was just very, it was very, basic at first. But I always thought, oh my gosh, this girl knows what she's talking about. And you were so entertaining, from the start. I was pulled in. And
thank you.
absolutely. And over the last 2 years, I mean, your channel has blown up. As far as
It's
I'm
it,
concerned.
well, yeah. I'm still a small content creator. I've just got under 5,000 subscribers, and I know there's tons of content creators out there now. I mean, since the pandemic, the big creators that we first watched, they've got
Yeah.
40, 50,000 subscribers and plus.
Yeah.
And now the fragrance community on YouTube is just huge because I say to people, I call them muggles. That's what I call them, muggles. They're the people that don't understand what we understand as
Yes.
perfumistas. And I say, fragrance on YouTube and social media is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
The social platforms we've got now, TikTok, Instagram,
No.
all of those. There's another one that's come out. Is it Now? It's called. I don't know,
Oh, I don't
but I'm
know.
not. I'm not really au fait with that. But
Yes.
YouTube as a whole, I love YouTube because I'm one of these people. I don't need to watch something that's quick. I like to watch something and take my
Yeah.
time.
Thoughtful.
Um, and I think that's what YouTube is aimed at. I mean, now they've got all these
Absolutely.
shorts and everything that they do, which
Yeah. And you
I,
know
d-
what's
I don't.
interesting? And I only started wanting to do videos when I was at a point where I was like, I want to share what I'm learning, with other people. And that was kind
Mm,
of like my goal at first because I was so excited about the hobby. But I've learned that once you start putting out your own content, you have a special appreciation for other people that are doing it and doing it like
yeah,
well and consistently. You're just like, wow, how do you do that? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, yes,
and you
yes, yeah.
know you put out quite a few videos pretty regularly, I'd say,
I
right?
I tried to. I
Yeah.
tried to. Recently. The last couple of months has been a bit, a
Yeah.
bit, it's, I kind of took a break a little bit for about 5 or 6 weeks because we have life, and
Yeah.
I had to sort my life out because I
Absolutely.
was having
Yeah.
personal issues.
Yeah.
Um, but now I'm in sobriety, and my life is now completely changing.
That's
So
amazing.
um, this is the longest time actually that I've been in sobriety, which is now nearly 2 months. So yeah, but
That's
that
amazing.
aside,
Yeah.
it's just I perfume is my happy place.
Yes.
I don't buy shoes. I don't buy a lot of other things.
Yeah.
And I don't get into debt over perfume. That's the first and foremost.
Absolutely.
Um, so yeah, let's get on with this show.
Yeah. Okay, great, great, great. All right. So I sent you a message. I wanted to first kind of like, because we have, our subscribers, your subscribers. So I was just going to, can we like ask each other a couple questions just to kind of
Yeah,
get this started? And then the game plan, you guys, is, so this kind of came all from, I was thinking about, and Gabby and I were communicating back and forth. I was like, oh my gosh, we wear perfume for a very specific reason. I know I do. Like when I come to my perfumes, and I've got quite a few here, and I'm looking at all my perfumes, I'm thinking, how am I feeling? What am I doing today? What is the weather like? What do I want to, how do I want to come across? How do I want to smell in the world and all these things, right? So a lot goes into picking your perfume. So I kind of put together some, and we're going to grab them out of a little grab bag here. Are you
right. Okay.
Yeah.
We used to have
So
Sephora in the UK,
you
but they
did?
pulled out. They
Oh,
pulled out several years ago. I think you can still buy them online, but the
yeah.
actual stores, they pulled them. They
Oh,
pulled
that's
them.
fun. That's my other happy place
Yes.
because I do collect. I like makeup too. But anyhow, so yes, so I'm going to pick them out of the bag and different scenarios, different feelings that we're trying to evoke or whatever. We're going to talk about our favorite perfumes that we select for those very things, right?
Yeah.
So I think we kind of already covered this stuff, so I think we could kind of get into it because I kind of had
Yeah.
my notes here. But yeah, should we get into perfumes?
Yes. Let's.
Right.
Let's.
And before we do that, I just want to say hi to some people. I see so many people here. We've got 41 viewers.
Wow.
We've got, yeah.
I can't see. I can't see any of the comments.
I know. I think
Well,
that's the case. Can you?
yeah.
Maybe?
Well, I can. Yeah. Oh, I see all the comments now. Oh, yeah. We've got the
You
Motley
see that?
Crew in.
Yes.
We've got Christine. Hi. We've got John. Uh. Oh God. There's a lot of people here that. Oh, we got
Yes.
Claire.
Claire's here.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Claire's here. Dr. Claire. Our Dr. Claire.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
she is a minefield, isn't
She's
she?
amazing. I
Dr.
love
Claire
her.
Smith. Do you watch her?
Oh, yeah. Yes. She's great.
Yes, yes. And oh, we've got Rose here, Perfume Addict Rose. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just loving to seeing all these comments.
Yes.
Loving
Christy,
them.
Coffee. Love seeing you guys. Dusan, Rachel. Thank you so much. You guys, Joe. You guys are awesome. Mr. Clean. Awesome. Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you guys for joining. The Fragrance Dude. Hello, hello. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank
So we're going to
you.
talk about some perfumes because we're both,
Yes,
we may be,
yes,
you may be in sobriety, but we're perfume addicts still.
yes, yes, exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to reach in the bag and I'm going to pick the first scenario, whatever, feeling like
Right,
perfumes you wear when. Okay, so
right.
okay, so I'm grabbing the first one. All right. Oh my gosh, this is a funny one because you commented on this one when I came up with it because it was so silly. But okay, and it sounds silly, but just hang with me, guys, because there's a specific reason why I think we need to talk about this. Okay, so perfume I wear when I'm going out for some Chinese or Indian food.
Yes, I know. I don't eat Chinese food.
I know.
I've never really eaten Chinese. Indian food I love. I really do.
Yes.
So I would say, gosh, it's so difficult to choose.
It's a tricky.
It is, because when you're in an Indian or a Chinese restaurant, you've got all those spices, all of that culinary cooking going on.
Yes.
Which I don't do. I don't cook at all.
Me neither.
I remember once I was saying to an employer once, when I was a nanny once, said, these fair hands do not cook. I said, I look after children. I said, but I do not cook. And she was like, oh, okay, all right. I know I'm digressing now. So
no, it's fine. You do all of that.
So a perfume I wear when going out to an Indian restaurant. Oh gosh, I would say probably, yeah, like I'm going to wear Giorgio Beverly Hills, not. I would actually go for a Dior fragrance.
Okay.
And I would go for, I know this, I would go for Diorissimo, just because it's quite, some would say it's heavy, but it's a lovely lily of the valley scent. And I think that would just, wouldn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It wouldn't clash
Yes.
with,
You
with
need
anything.
to kind of go with everything, right? You just
Yeah,
need it to
yeah.
go with all the scents. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fresh scent. It's because all of my scents, if you're not familiar with my scents, are particularly heavy. I
Yes.
wear quite I wear I wear quite bombastic scents.
Yes.
So I mean, but that said, if I was in an Indian restaurant with a secret lover that my husband didn't know about, I would probably wear Dior Addict instead.
Ooh, yes, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
Well, 'cause
I would. Yeah, if we were, we'd gone beyond first base. And I know this is on about a date now, isn't it?
I
Like
was
with the
wondering
eating
how
at an
long it would
Indian
take for us to
restaurant.
get
Yeah,
there.
how long would it take me to go past the innuendo? But I think Dior Addict, the vanilla in this is just divine. It's one of
Yeah.
the best vanillas I've ever smelt. And I will say, if anybody is looking for a dupe for this, a really bloody good dupe, Perfume Parlor. Have you tried Perfume Parlor?
I have not.
Oh my God, I've got a video coming up. I've done a huge haul on Perfume Parlor and I bought about 15, 20 fragrances from them. Flawless from Perfume Parlor is the blackberry, the opening is like OG Dior.
Okay.
It's that lovely juicy blackberry, that lovely juicy mandarin orange, and then
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's like this sweet vanillic orange jasmine. Oh
Mm,
yes.
yummy.
I'm there with my bow. I'm there with my bow at that Indian restaurant.
Yes. Yeah, that's interesting that one you mentioned the fruity notes because that's kind of what I went for because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, for me it's mostly Chinese and I don't eat Chinese a lot, but I'm just thinking, but any of those types of restaurants, they're just so full of scents, right? So I kind of went for a fruity one too. So here's my
Oh,
pick. Here's my pick if I'm going to a Chinese restaurant or any kind of other restaurant that has a lot of flavors. It's Diptyque Lombardon Low. Have you tried this
I
one, Gab?
need, I need, no, good on the, I nearly went with this one, but that one is
Oh,
for another
right.
question.
Do you have the
That one is,
EDT or the EDP?
I have the EDT.
Oh, see, I kind of unknowingly bought the EDP, but I do. It's great, but I hear the EDT might be a little better for what it is. But yes,
Yes, yes, and this was Lauren Bacall's signature scent. So it's a
was it?
classy.
Oh,
Yes, this was her signature scent in the 80s. So it's a very classy scent. Very
yes,
classy.
very classy, and I like that this has. I think it's cassia leaf.
Yes,
Is that right?
gives it
Yeah.
that greenness. Yes,
Yes.
it's very fresh and green. It's actually, I would say, I know actually Chris from the Perfume Nest. I don't know if you watch her.
Oh yeah.
She's talked about this and said it's too green for her.
Oh.
Whereas
Okay.
I love that fresh greenness. It's quite now you no, I shouldn't really say this, you Americans.
Go ahead.
Americans, you say herby, don't you?
Oh, like
Herb.
herbaceous,
Well, we
herby.
say
Yes.
herbaceous. We pronounce the
Okay.
H.
Herby.
Herbaceous.
You're probably saying it right.
I don't know.
It's funny to know those differences, but yes, it's very herbaceous, and I like that the cassia. It kind of has like it's a little. Is it bitter? It has
Yeah,
like kind of
it could
like
be a bit too bitter for some, but I
some.
love that sharpness.
I do too. I love the
Mm,
sharpness, and that's why I picked
mm.
this one because I feel like I can wear this, in that environment because it's going to cut through all the heavy spices and everything else. But yet it's herbaceous or herby. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And it kind of just goes with all the other food smells. You know what I mean? So this is my go-to. This is my go-to for eating
Right.
out. Yes,
Long
definitely.
long.
That's fun. Okay.
Okay, what is the next
Another
question?
Another one, guys. Okay. Let's see if I've got any
Are there any
curvaceous, yes. Hi,
herbaceous,
Rudy.
herbaceous?
Hi, Rudy. I'm so glad you guys are here. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to pick the next one. Scent of the day. Okay. Here's the next one. I have no idea what it is. This is a long one.
Oh
Ooh,
my
I
God.
like this.
That is long.
You know what's funny? I had a lot of choices. Here's what's funny. When I was doing this, I was like, okay, I'm going to pick perfumes for this category, and some categories I had a whole lot more than other categories. So it was kind of interesting. Okay, so perfumes you wear when you're feeling defiant. And I'm going to give you the definition. So you're proudly refusing to obey authority. You're bold and a bit of a rebel even. So you're feeling defiant. You're going in your perfume, cabinet. And you're like, I'm gonna wear whatever I want, and I don't care if it offends people. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or
There's,
maybe not even offensive. Maybe just just out there. You know what I mean? But anyways,
there's a lot from my collection here,
I
I
know.
would say.
That's what I was thinking.
If I was
Sure.
going to narrow it down, can I pick two or just one? Just one.
Go ahead and do two
So,
if you like.
well, I would. No,
Because I have two
right.
select.
This is loved and hated by the fragrance community. The first one, and I have a vintage one of it, Lulu by Cacharel. I had to go with this. I mean, you even smell the box. Oh my God, you can smell it already. This is, some would
I'm gonna grab
recoil.
mine.
Some would recoil smelling this because this is. Have you got a newer version? Have you got a newer version?
I think it's a newer version.
Yeah, even the newer version is still quite strong. I remember watching Maria Colette. Have you ever watched Maria Colette?
Oh yeah.
She's another content creator. She hated this perfume, and I think there was another one that, which is good because it means we all have opinions on fragrance, and fragrance is subjective. And I'm not offended by people if they don't like a fragrance. It's what you and I both like.
Yes.
So this is that tuberose, that smokiness, that in your face, Louise Brooks with the bob from the 1920s, rocking it, it's, and let's face it, in that film, I don't know if you've watched that Louise Brooks film.
I haven't.
It's a silent film. Actually, Hitler banned it in Germany because he called it degenerate art. And it's a film about freedom, lesbianism, and this was in 1928. This is a fragrance that is extremely defiant. Unfortunately, Louise Brooks died alone in Rochester in New York in 1985. Quite sad, really, because she was an actress in the 20s that was born in Kansas, moved to Hollywood. She didn't want to. She didn't want to. She was a rebel. She didn't want to obey the rules.
Yeah.
And so she kind of left it. And I think this fragrance, Lulu, the namesake, like the actress, describes her to a T. So I would wear this one or the other fragrance I would wear. And I know another one of our friends, Kitchi K.
Oh yeah.
K. When she was with Nancy, I was watching a video and Nancy chose this perfume. Amouage Memoir. This is like, if you like Agent Provocateur, the original Agent Provocateur, this is slightly similar to it, but this is Agent Provocateur on steroids. It's very animalic. It's Because I think
It,
Kay and we have similar tastes as well.
absolutely, yes.
We do
There's
love our vintages, and I was actually inspired by her to get this when I
wow.
saw Nancy pick this fragrance, because
Yeah.
Nancy said that it is a masterpiece, and it really is.
Is that
I bought,
rose? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
it might do. I mean, Amouage fragrances are very complex. I would not recommend blind buying
Yeah.
any Amouage fragrance because it's just, you can't. And I
No.
never buy Amouage fragrances full price. I never pay retail. I only pay what I have to pay.
Same here. Yeah.
But yeah, but this fragrance, I remember wearing this. I've worn this to work, right? And I remember a guy, a German guy actually, I walked past him and he said to me, "What is that air? What is that scent in the air?" He says, "It smells, it smells memorable." And I said, "Well, it is memorable because it's memoir, by Amouage. It really is. It sets tongues wagging for all the wrong reasons as well as for all the right reasons. So yeah, so that's the fragrance I
Oh
would pick
gosh.
if
I'm
I
gonna.
would if I wanted to piss people off as well.
Yes.
I would wear this.
Absolutely. I'm gonna have to smell that then because that sounds great. That sounds excellent. Okay, so here are mine. Here are
What
mine.
would you wear?
Okay, this is kind of a weird one, all right? Because this is not marketed towards women, but for some reason
That's
I do.
fine.
Yeah. So this is, there's probably people that already know, my followers. So this is Gucci Guilty Absolute.
For the men. I love that
Oh,
fragrance.
it's so good. I
Oh God,
so much.
Richard used to wear it, and
Really?
he's got the tiniest amount now, the
Yes.
tiniest amount, and
Yes.
it is so good, isn't it?
It is so good. And I did a post on my Instagram. I'm like, this is the best men's designer fragrance ever. And it was interesting because a lot of, it's very controversial, this fragrance, because some people say, well, let me tell you what I like about it first. To me, it's very much like, I get like some kind of gasoline-y kind of smell. Like it smells like, to me, it's very bold. And I do get that gasoline type of smell. And I don't know, every time I smell it, it makes me so happy. It's
That's
definitely, yeah, it's definitely Defiant because, like I said, it's very controversial because some people say it's just a little too much. Like it's just, it sticks with you. It does last. It lasts for so long. And this is a modern bottle. I got it on Fragrance Net. But how would I describe it? I guess I would call it, it's definitely like kind of like a gasoline type perfume, kind of rugged. Oh, I always like picture a guy in a leather jacket, like working on his motorcycle. You know what I mean? You get that
oh
leather,
yeah,
but it's more of like
yes,
more
very
of a,
leathery. Yes,
yeah, kind of like a fresher leather. You know what I mean? And then
yes.
I always picture like a guy working on his motorcycle. I don't know. It just kind of gives me those vibes, but I love it. I love it because it's not in, I guess, like as far as my pick for Defiant, perfume, it's not something you would maybe expect me to wear, but it's something I like to wear. And so that's my first one. Okay, and then here's my next one because I want to ask if you tried this one. So my next pick for a Defiant perfume, have you tried Sicily Eau de Soir?
I've got the smaller one.
I know we have similar taste. I
Oh
love
yeah,
this.
this
This
is a
is, oh my God, I'm so
this
obsessed
is
with
a
it.
boss. Can I say the word, the B word?
Yes, you
This
can
is
say
a boss bitch fragrance.
yes, totally.
Oh yeah,
Right? It's like
cheaper.
unapologetic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me what you
old
get from
school. It's a modern Chypre, I would say. A lot of people would say, "Oh, that's an old school Chypre." Bull dust. It's a modern Chypre compared
Yep.
to past. What I get a lot of galbanum. I get greenness as well, and I do get that oak mossy. It's always like oak moss You know, it's really a
Yes.
lot of oak moss in this.
But you're right. It doesn't smell old school. It smells like a modern chypre perfume.
Yes. You
And
say
the, yeah,
you would feel defiant. Now, if I was wearing this, I would feel, yeah, I would feel austere. Austere is the word, I think, if I was wearing
yes,
this.
that's a good
Yeah,
word for
I
that.
would, you know, I would be that Meryl Streep and Devil Wears Prada austere. You know, that when somebody is talking to you and you are just
Yes.
giving the look, that look,
Yep.
yes, you know, it's that. This is
Exactly.
what this
Because
is. Yeah.
this is not a perfume that you would expect very many people to wear. So it's almost like it's exclusive. You know, it has like a very
Mm.
exclusive type of feel for me because when you're wearing it, you feel like nobody else is going to smell like this. And you know what I mean? It's just it's so good.
And
So, but
it's
yeah,
Sicily's big seller. It really is. It really is.
I have another Sicily here too, but yeah, so that's my pick for Defiant. It's like, I don't care if you don't like this. It's, it's just great. I love it. All right. So I'm glad that one, I'm glad I picked that one out because I did want to do that one. So, all right, let's see. Okay, here's the next one. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Hi, Dave. He's wearing Amber Sultan. That's a good one. I smell. Hello. Fish Finger Reaper. That name just cracks me up. Okay.
Fish Finger Reaper. Wow, what a name.
Yes. Yes, Kelly. Thank you guys. Hi, Courtney. Oh my gosh.
It's Courtney here. Hello, Courtney.
Yes, Courtney's here. Thank you for joining. You
I
guys are
love
awesome.
seeing these comments.
I know, isn't it fun? That's the best
Yeah.
part. Hi, Victor. Awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so
Wow.
excited that Claire's
Oh,
here too. That's
Kelly's here. Kelly. Oh, I love Kelly. Oh,
All right. Let me take a sip of my my non-alcoholic drink. Just
it's
kidding.
okay. You can drink. You can drink that. I drink alcohol. Do you know what I bought? I did buy a bottle of non-alcoholic, like pina colada. No, completely non-alcoholic. There's no alcohol in there because that was my choice of poison when I was on holiday. Was pina coladas.
Oh, I agree with you. Every time, if I'm going to like a beach location, that is like the first drink I want is a pina colada.
Mm,
Because I never
yeah.
drink them here. You know what I mean? But they're so good in that kind of setting. Okay, here's the next one. All right. Okay. Kind of going along the lines, but not really. Okay, so this is perfumes you wear when you mean business. I refer to these perfumes as like don't F with me perfumes. I tend to grab for these kind of
Well,
perfumes when I'm going into work, honestly. Because when I'm going into work, I have to kind of have, chilled up because it's just a very, anyways. So here's the definition of meaning business. You're grave and resolute. You're serious, and you're even kind of a threat or intend harm. So you're just like don't mess with me kind of perfumes. You mean business. It could be even you're walking
right.
into business. Yeah, you're gonna get stuff done.
Okay. I've got another Amouage fragrance because I do love Amouage. This is Opus number 9. Have you tried it?
I have smelled that one. Yeah, I have smelled that one. It's bold.
It is bold. It's a jasmine, and it's a real dirty jasmine.
Yes.
The my nose.
Yes.
I could have picked another fragrance, but but I thought no, but no, this is really, really bold. This is. I think it is. Well, whenever I wear this, Richard says to me, "Oh my God, you smell so darn good." So on
Ooh.
my skin, it sings. But
Yeah.
again, it's animalic. I do love my animalic chypres, but
Yes.
it's just very, very bold. It's
Yeah.
I mean business. And yeah, it's
Is it a little bit does it have incense in it?
Yes, it does have
I remember
incense,
that. Yeah.
and it does have like a touch of oud, but it's
Mm.
not skanky. It's not skanky. It's beautiful. Actually, I tell you who else loves this fragrance. Um, Thomas O'Brien.
Oh, I love Thomas.
Yes,
I
yes.
buy
I mean, let's face it. He is somebody I love watching because he's
yeah,
real and authentic. He spoke about this,
yeah.
and I think it's one of his favourite
Yes, now that
Amouage
you're saying that, I
fragrances.
remember that. Yeah.
And yeah, I would wear this. I actually would not wear this to work. I'm actually a bit too nervous to wear this to work, believe it or not. And that's
Yeah.
hard for me to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But it really is one where I do mean business, and I want to command, and people will stop and stare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amouage Opus number
No,
9.
that's very bold. I need to get a decant of that to see if I can handle it because I did sniff it out of the out of the bottle, but I was like, whoa. But and I love it. Love it. But that's one where you'd have to like one or two sprays and you're good. But that is a very good one. That would be one
Or
that you
like me, I do about 6 sprays.
no,
Exactly.
I know you don't hold back on the sprays.
Exactly.
All right, so mine's a little bit less aggressive, but let me grab it. Hang on, because I'm gonna go with this one.
Okay. Doesn't she look fabulous in blue, guys?
Cute. You. Okay, so I have a lot of business perfumes. I do. But I'm gonna go with this one only
Oh,
because
Chanel.
well, when I go into work, I tend to always grab this one. And that's when I feel like I need to mean business. You know what I mean? When you go into work. And this is Chanel number 5, but it's Eau Premiere.
Oh, right.
I
I've
kind
not
of know what
tried
it.
it.
Yeah. Look, I've done a pretty good done on that. I take this when I travel for work, but it's like okay, so this is supposed to be like a more modern version, modern version of Chanel number 5, and it has a lot of galbanum in it, and I love green perfume. I love
Mm.
galbanum. That's like one of my favorite notes. So it's definitely a very green, fresh, but you still get that Chanel number 5. The aldehydes,
Mm.
green, fresh aldehydes. And oh my God, can I just say, nothing for me wears like a Chanel perfume. Like they
Mm.
just wear so well, right? So,
They do, yeah. There's this Chanel DNA that kind of just runs through Chanel perfumes. Unfortunately, I don't wear number 5. I have a very specific bad memory with number 5.
oh,
So
really?
yeah, yeah. So for me, it's yeah, a family member used to wear Chanel number 5. So
Oh,
whenever I do I'm working on my resentments in sobriety, yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah. So
yes,
whenever I smell number 5, it's funny how scent does have a memory on us.
absolutely.
Some scents, I smell it and I think, oh, and it can just take me back to that a traumatic time. But yeah, yeah, I
I
wish I
get it.
liked Chanel number
No,
5,
that makes
but
sense. If you have, if you have a memory associated that's not necessarily good memory, you just want to move on. I totally get it. I totally get it.
mm, but
But
Au
yeah,
Premier might be different. It might be
it
different
is
to the
different.
original number 5.
I think it's
So
different enough. I do. I think that this is more approachable than the original number 5. And I just feel like so this came out at the same time. I think of have you tried Low Chanel number 5 Low? And it's like
yes, I've
pink.
tried that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that one's very light and it's a little bit more. I would say I don't know if it's more floral or fruity, but it's definitely a little bit more like approachable. Low is. But I
Right.
was kind of in between Low and this one, but I went with Eau Premiere because I like that green punch. And this thing, I love it. I want to get a bottle of this. But yeah, Chanel number 5 Eau Premiere is when I mean business. And then I'll do a fun one because this is actually one of
Right.
my favorites. And it's a cheapie. So, and it matches my dress. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yes.
I
classic.
love this perfume so
Yes,
much.
Gosh, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
breathe. Oh, you
It's
guys.
my Lois Lane Margot Kidder in a bottle. It's what Margot Kidder Lois Lane would wear.
To me, it's like, it's okay. So I think the thing about this perfume is it's everything. Look at it's in a tin can. Like, it's just fun. I don't know. Like, whenever if I'm going into work and I'm just like, I need to, put on that, that shield or be very, like you mean business. This perfume, I think it came out in the 80s, right? So it's very much like
70s.
70s.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I remember seeing
yeah.
the commercial for it,
But
and this
there,
woman.
yeah, but there were adverts in the 80s where she's driving a car, and there's
Yeah.
one specific advert which I loved, where she was late for her own wedding. He was
Oh,
waiting. It's a French advert. It's a French advert. I think it must have been the 90s when I was living in France watching it, maybe mid 90s,
uh-huh.
and it's she just goes shh, shh, and he turns up and it's like he's waiting for her. I think this fragrance is for a person who lives on their own terms, lives by
Yes.
their own rules,
That's right.
because it was marketed towards women that that smoked, that did everything that
Yep.
rebelled in the 70s, that
Yeah.
all feminism, it
Right.
would knock Barbie the film into
Yeah.
touch.
It's
Sorry
definitely
if
not
there's any
Barbie.
Barbie lovers out there, but yeah, but it would just, yeah, I love Yves Saint Laurent, Yves
Oh my
Gauche.
gosh. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
I don't know what, like, would you say it's, I guess it's aldehydic, but it's definitely, it's
it
floral. It's
is.
cold, right? Yeah. So
Slightly
it's,
metallic in the opening. It's
yes.
that slight metallicness, which I love. But as it dries down, I get a lot of rose in it on
Really?
me. I know there's other florals in there.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't get any sweetness whatsoever. It's one of those
You're right.
austere
No sweetness.
fragrances.
You're right. There's no
Mm,
sweetness there at all.
mm.
That's right. And it is very in your face, like, yeah, I love this. So this is what I grab when I'm running out the door to work, and I'm like, nobody better mess with me. And you can put it in your
Yeah,
bag. Just kidding.
yeah, exactly.
So good stuff. All right, let me get on to the next one. This is so much
Yeah.
fun. Okay, let's see. This is for a bag. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. It looks like a long one because I cut them out based on the size. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So I want you to talk about a perfume that you wear when you're feeling whimsical. So you're in a mood to just do something on a whim, right? You're feeling spontaneous, mischievous, playful, and a little fickle. And I had this idea the other day because I had this idea the other day because I came in here and I was like, I don't know what I want to wear. I'm just going to grab this. And it was very spontaneous, but it was also, it just fit that vibe of like, I'm just going for it. I'm not going to think about it too much. And this is just going to, make me
Mm.
feel great kind of thing. So whimsical.
I have the perfect fragrance for me. It is Siren by Paris Hilton.
Ooh, I
Have
haven't
you
smelled that
tried
one.
it?
No,
It is, well, I love the bottle. It does look
that is a
vintage, doesn't
cool
it? Yeah.
bottle. I love that.
And it's it's a grab and go scent,
Mhm.
but it's beautiful. Do you know what? Dare I say, it smells a little bit like the original Juicy Couture,
Okay.
just like that. So it
Yeah.
is a fruity floral. It is sweet. It's not like, it's meant to be like a mermaid, but it doesn't smell like a mermaid at all. Siren,
Yes.
yeah, it's just, oh, it's a bit fruity, it's a bit floral, it's playful, it's whimsical,
Yes.
it's
Playful.
crowd pleasing. It's Yeah, it is a purely grab and go scent, this one.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I would wear
great.
this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find that. Where is it?
You,
Just
I, well, I got mine. See, I go on eBay. I always check that they're um, cellophaned. I know with every purchase you make, there's a risk. I know, but with the batch
yeah.
code and everything. And I kind of follow certain eBay sellers that I message and that are authentic. So yeah, so you can get a cheap bottle on there. You can also get, I don't know if it's Fragrance Net or Fragrance X. I don't know. Maybe they do it as well.
I love that bottle. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm to be
it
honest,
is.
that bottle
It's,
is so good.
if you love this bottle,
I'm a
you would.
big bottle
There's
person.
another Paris Hilton one called Fairy Dust.
Ooh.
That's another one here. Now this is not for the faint of heart, because you would
Really?
think, oh, it's just going to be a generic fruity floral. It is. Some people would call this old granny scent. People,
Really?
because yeah, it's floral to the max with tuberose,
Mm,
gardenia. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
yes.
It's for a mischievous fairy. It's for a fairy that doesn't follow the rules. It's not for your good girl fairy. But if I
Yes.
was going for just grab and go, I would go for this one. I would.
Perfect.
I I would also go for, and I don't know why, because a lot of people would like it, is an A&A by Castorao. I just find it such a good.
I need to get a bottle of that just
This
to
is a
have. I
vintage
want to smell it.
bottle. This is
Is
a
it really?
vintage one. This is, well, semi-vintage. I think it's maybe mid-90s. I think this one is. But
Yeah.
oh, this is, yeah, this is. I could imagine Princess Diana wearing this type of scent. It's yeah, but I do love it as a grab and go scent because it's
Yes.
easy to sling in the bag, and and
Yes.
yeah.
Do you know if the modern one's okay on that one?
I don't like the modern one. It's
Really?
too it's too soapy. It's too harsh. It's been butchered. Um, but yeah, it's you can get these cheap on eBay, the vintage ones.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
check. Oh yeah, well in the UK, I'm not sure about the US, but
Yes.
in the
I'm gonna look.
UK, yeah, you can, especially if they're boxed and you grab a bargain, and they could be under $50.
All right.
So yeah,
I
so I
love
would have
stuff
a
like
look.
that. I love it because I remember that
Yeah.
bottle growing up. You know what I mean? I always saw the bottle. I remember the smell. So I would love to find a vintage of that. That would be great. Okay, so my whimsical perfume. This is interesting because this is the perfume that I ended up grabbing when I was feeling very like indecisive. And it's not even like an easy grab necessarily, but here, I'll just talk about it. So this is my whimsical pick, and this is Guerlain
Bold,
Vol Nuit.
bold and me.
And I just
Love it.
feel like, I mean, I'm standing in front of my whole, all my bottles, and I was like, what do I want to wear? I couldn't figure it out. I guess what makes me feel like this is whimsical, I feel like, I think it's that fairy vibe. Because
Yeah.
do you
Bold
know what
de
I
nuit
mean?
means like night flight, stolen flight. So
Yes,
it's like it was all based on is it François Exupéry in France, and it's yeah, it's just that you feel like you're just riding in the sky, and the stars are around, and
yeah,
it's quite comforting. I find
it
it
is
as well.
comforting. Absolutely. And it kind of
Mm.
puts me in a zone. Like I know that sometimes I'll just put this on and I'll go outside just to smell it in the fresh air. And it's very comforting, like you said, very calming.
And
Um,
it's also very spa-like. It reminds me of smelling a spa,
yeah,
fresh, clean, aromatic.
yes,
Um, yeah,
it's good. Yeah, I think it's that fairy vibe that I'm getting. Just being outdoors. I feel like this is a very good outdoor scent. I think there's
and it was
iris.
Catherine Hepburn's signature.
Was it really? I
Yes,
didn't know
Catherine
that.
Hepburn. Yes,
That's cool.
yeah.
I do love this. I mean, this is the bee bottle. Do you have any of these Guerlain bee bottles?
No, I do. I wish I could get up, but my
It's
pussy is
okay.
sat on my lap. My cat is sat on my lap. Claude is like, oh, he's comforting here. I I have Golden Reed, but I have it in the newer bottle. But
Oh,
I have Samsara in the B bottle.
Gosh,
But again, Samsara in the B bottle, they butchered that. I
I've
think
heard.
Samsara in the original old style bottles, and I
Yeah.
know Ouch 110, he loves Samsara.
Let me show
Um,
you. Sorry.
oh my God, you haven't got it, have you? Oh, his claw's got.
Well, this is the one that I have. This is the one that I have. My samsara.
Oh, you have semi-vintage. That's a
Yeah,
semi-vintage
semi-vintage.
bottle.
Okay.
Yes. So
Yes.
that's a good one. You've got a good formula. That's fine.
Smells
The other
amazing.
one I think before was clear. You could see it in a
Yes,
clear
you're right.
bottle.
The clear one, I think the
Yes.
clear one is the one you want, right? Like that's like the
Mm,
full vintage is the clear one. And
mm,
then they went to
mm,
this. I
mm.
found these, Gabby, I found these on like, was it Macari for like $35 a piece. So I,
Wow.
I bought two of them. I'm like, yes, this was a while
Do
ago.
they do they smell good?
They smell amazing.
The
They're so good.
sandalwood is
The sandalwood,
just,
yes. And
yeah.
I don't know if this is my source sandalwood or not, but all I can tell you is that between the jasmine and the sandalwood in here, it's amazing. Like I love it.
Mm. I used
Yeah.
to wear it clubbing. That was my clubbing scent. Going
Really?
out. And I used to live with a girl, I don't know if he's watching. We're still friends, Victoria.
Uh-huh.
She and I were just like in the 90s. We just were, oh, what was stuff. We would be in the nightclubs going, oh my God, he loves me. More mascara, more samsara, more eyeliner. It's like we in the toilets doing that in our 20s.
I love it. Those are good memories. Those are
Yes.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So yeah, that's kind of my whimsical one. And then I have a cheapy one. I'll just tell you about whimsical. And for some reason I was thinking
Ooh,
whimsical. Have you tried this? It's the Ted Lapidus Roomba. It's the
no,
modern
I've
one.
not tried that. The
Yeah,
bottle is cool.
it's good. Like this is so sorry, I'm spraying everything in here. It's very old school. And I can't really let me see. It has that kind of tangy, I don't know if there's cassia in here, but it has that very like kind of tangy, like pissy vibe, maybe a little bit.
Right.
Florals, very like 90s florals, but not heavy, dense florals. It's very light. And I think that's why I'm thinking whimsical, because this I can spray on and it's still very light floral
Right.
with a little bit of that like sourness, a little bit of that old school.
Sometimes you just want that little scent bubble within yourself, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Mm.
like this one. I really like to find like modern cheapies too. Like, and
Mm.
by the way, I bought my share of them, and I'll just get rid of the ones that I don't like. But this one I kept because I think this is a great little pickup. Uh,
Mm. Mm.
so, all right, let's pick another. All right, I'm
Oh,
digging in.
another one.
Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Ooh, this is going to be a good one for us.
Oh, okay.
Gabby and I like to talk about this kind of stuff. Okay, so perfumes we wear when we want to seduce.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Well, I have two. The first one, this
Only
may
two,
surprise.
Gabby? Only two?
Yeah, only 12. I could go for several. Well, it depends on the situation. When I was a lot younger and when I was hustling the streets, selling my body like you do, like any normal 20-something does to fund money for surgery, for gender reassignment surgery, I was wearing Angel to seduce. It got me, I was on my back and it got me where I wanted to be. It certainly did. It certainly did. This is an original
Good.
formula. It's not the original bottle I have, but that
Angels.
one paid the bills. That one paid a lot of bills in the 90s, let me tell you. It did. It got me out of a lot of trouble. And actually, it got me one bill to pay for my boobs alone. So I thank Angel perfectly for that. But if I was going for a more modern day one, I would go for, well, these are the other two I'd go for. I'd go for Allure Sensuelle by Chanel.
Ooh, I
This
know you like that
is,
one.
this is, I
I
tell you, You get a lot of compliments from men
Yes.
when
I
the
remember you
husband's not
talking
when the husband's not around. You do. You get. I tell you, it's. I've worn this at Christmas parties. I've worn this at gatherings where, yeah, I just want to be flirty and just, you know, I'm all, when you feel
Yeah.
all dolled up, this is an all dolled up scent. The frankincense, the rose, the,
Mm,
oh, it's just, it's one of the, it's a Chanel that's always overlooked.
I
And I
know.
know one of my friends here in the UK, and 50 Cents UK, if
Oh,
she is watching this,
great.
she bought a bottle of this, I think on recommendation, and she loves it. This isn't an original formula, this is a newer formula. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
what yeah, because it's been out
Yeah.
now, what, 20 years maybe?
Okay.
This fragrance has been out now, but yeah, this is a beautiful, stunning, um, party fragrance to seduce.
Yes.
But if I just wanted to seduce and be, you know, Fontaine Joan Collins in the film The Stud, then I would pick Salome.
I
I
was
would
waiting
pick
for
that.
Salome. I
Yeah,
was waiting for Salome.
it is just indolic jasmine, and
Mm.
yeah,
I love
it's a modern animalic chypre. And I don't know if Liz Moore's, she does watch our channels, Liz Moore's. Oh yes, she does watch, and she does, yeah.
You did an
She,
interview with her. You did an
yes, I
interview.
did, just over a year ago.
That
Just
was
over a year ago, I did. It was, she is, and she only lives down the road for it. Do you know what? She only lives literally about 25 miles from me. So I
Are you
should really go.
serious?
Do you know what, Liz, if you're watching, I really need to do a vlog. I'd love to do a video vlog with Liz, and try to make it
Oh
all
my God.
professional. But yeah, I love Salome.
Yeah.
It's, yeah,
I
I've
love
worn this to work. I, I I have, and people say, "Oh, you smell so lovely." See, on
Okay.
skin, it's different. Just
Yes.
because you smell something, you think, "Oh God, no way."
Yeah.
Sorry, double chin there. It's like, no, it just, yeah. It is a 1920s modern girl. This is the only way I can describe it.
Wow.
And
I'm
this drew her inspiration from a painting that she had in her house from that kind of Belle Epoque era. And her family, when she was formulating, said this to her. They said, "God, you're mad. This is smelling like God." But no, it is just
sounds
divine.
amazing. That
Mm,
sounds amazing. I'm a huge Liz Moore's fangirl. Like I think she's
mm.
so cool. Every time you
Oh
all
yeah,
her
she is. She
she's
is. She
amazing.
is
So
Jane Seymour reincarnated. She's a
yeah.
spit of Jane Seymour. She really is.
Yes, she's beautiful too. Yeah, all of that. So, okay, I find it interesting that you did an indolic jasmine for seduction because I picked one that's also a very indolic jasmine. Um, so yes, jasmine I love. I love jasmine, night blooming jasmine. I have a lot of
Mm,
memories from I live in California, so it was always like warmer weather at night. You would get this real beautiful night blooming jasmine smell. And I like indolic jasmine because I like that a little
mm.
bit of dirtiness and that sensuality. So I picked for seduction this one here. It's Serge Luton's Feast de Joy.
It's
Have you smelled this
beautiful.
one?
Oh
It's
yeah, I've got a bottle of it. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yes, you
You spray that juice. Oh yeah, it'll stain. It really will.
do.
It'll
Yes.
stain, and then at the end of the night, you get other stains. Let me tell you, it's just, yeah. You take
So
it
it
to the
does
dry
the job.
cleaners. You take it to the dry cleaners the next day. They'll know what stain is on there. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh, I agree with you. This is my sexiest scent. Like whenever
Mm.
I pull this out, it's like it just does something in my brain and just like, oh my God, like it's so good. It's so
The
good. But
night
yeah,
blooming jasmine is amazing in that.
yes. And honey
Mm.
too. There's honey in
Mm.
it too. So maybe that's kind of
Sweet.
blending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet and syrupy and sexy and indolic, and
Amazing.
he's running his hands all over your body as we speak.
Mm-hmm. That's the idea. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I love this one. Love it, love it, love it. So, and then I have a couple others here. Do you like saffron, Gabby?
I do, in certain sense, yes.
It's
In
just interesting.
certain ones.
Yeah.
It depends.
I asked because I pulled out like a couple perfumes to seduce, and it happened to be these two. And these are perfumes I haven't talked about a whole lot yet, but I pulled out. Have you smelled this?
Yes, I have a bottle of it.
We have a very
Yes,
similar one.
yes, I have a bottle of it. That
Oh
smells
my
like Christmas to me.
God.
I would
This,
wear that at Christmas time.
oh, I love it so
Mm,
much. Yeah, so this is Sword to Orient. Yeah, Sicily, Sword to Orient.
mm,
Something about it's very sexy to me.
mm.
And I don't know if it's a saffron, but it made me think, okay, because I know there's saffron. I think this is a rose. Is it a rose oud? And I think
Yes,
there's
it's a
saffron
rose
in it,
oud scent.
right?
Yes,
A
it
rose oud,
is.
yeah.
Yes, but it's very. I'm not very good with oud. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. The only other rose oud scent I like is it wow is it Oud Ispahan by Dior?
I haven't
Oud
tried that one.
Ispahan.
That
Well,
sounds
that's
familiar.
meant to be
Yeah,
quite
that sounds.
aggressive, but I really quite liked it. But
Mm, I love this. I feel like
mm,
rose can be so many things. Rose can be very like obnoxious or annoying. Like I don't like Nahima. I don't know if you like Nahima. I'm not a Nahima girl. Girl on
I've
Nahima.
never tried it. Yeah.
It smells like rose potpourri to me, right? So it's very
Oh
like
right.
reminds me of someone's house, right? So there's just such a wide variety of roses, and
Yeah.
I don't think of it as a sexy scent necessarily, rose, but I mean when done, right with the right stuff. But yeah, this is like I said, oud, and I think there's saffron, so it's like a oud saffron rose,
Mm,
and it has a little bit. I think it has a little bit of the greenness from the
mm,
Sicily eau de
mm,
soir. So it's very similar. It's got that
mm.
greenness. I just love it. I just got this, but I have been spraying it all week, and I'm loving it. I'm
It's
absolutely loving the
beautiful.
sorting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me so happy. And then the other one I picked for seduction really quickly because I never wear it, but I need to, is this one here because I do think this is a super sexy scent. Do you have any Tom Ford, Gabby? You're not a big Tom
One.
Ford.
I only have
Me too.
one.
I only have one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the one I have. This is the one Tom Ford I have in my whole
Oh,
collection.
Noir de
Noir.
Noir. I think John has talked about that one, Scented Snowdrops. Or is there
Possibly.
a woman's version? I don't know.
This is a woman's one. Oh well, I
Oh
mean I don't
right.
market it to women, but yeah, this is the only Tom Ford I have because I'm not a big Tom Ford lover,
No,
but
I'm
it's
not.
definitely, what is it? It's saffron and rose, and I think it's like a chocolate, saffron and rose and chocolate sort of thing.
Mm.
So to me, it smells very much like just very like kind of like I don't know. I knew a girl that wore this like for Valentine's Day, so it's very much like a very like kind of, I don't know, romantic kind of scent. It's
Mm.
good, and also has saffron. So I just thought that was interesting. But okay, those are my seduce ones. I did 3 of them. See, now you can tell
Yeah,
what.
yeah. You can't just choose one. You have to choose
You
more,
can't
don't
do it.
you?
You can't do
Yeah.
it. Okay, I'm gonna pick another one. Let's get moving. Because I know it's late for you, Gabby, so you have to go. You
That's
just
okay.
did you know I
I
have
just
a
have a look.
did
I
you know
just
I
have a
have a
look in the chat.
reputation? What's that?
I don't
Oh,
know
the
if
chat.
anybody's.
Check it
Oh
out.
yeah. Oh, Anna's here. Hi, Anna. Oh
Oh,
God, there's so many. Oh, Frances is here. I don't know
hi,
if she's still
Francis.
here.
So sweet.
Frances, I think she just went and got
Oh,
a
hi, Peter.
tattoo.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
Oh my gosh, Christine.
Amazing,
There's
amazing, amazing. I have to drop your channel too, but I mean, Gabby's coming in here with a lot more subscribers than me. But
oh gosh.
try to Gabby
It's
if
just
you're coming to
good to
my
see
channel.
people here.
It is. It's exciting. I always get excited when
Mm.
I see people here. Okay. Here's one. Okay. So perfumes you wear when you need to cheer up. Like you just got it. You
When I
have to
need
cheer
to cheer up.
up.
Well, do you know what? I know I will go on and on about this, but the first one that just cheers me up instantly is Angel. It does. It just, although I wore it at a time in my life when it was bittersweet, I still, that's a past that, see, this is the thing about sobriety. It's a part of me that I don't want to close the door to because it was a part of me
Yeah.
and it's made me who I am. And so whenever I do wear this, and I wore this on my wedding day years ago. So, well, 23 years ago when I first married Richard, because we renewed our vows. Although
Uh-huh.
when we did renew our vows, and another fragrance that makes me happy is Pure Poison by Dior,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
the old white cap bottle. Um, and again, if you want a really good copy of the white cap bottle, go for I know I'm talking about Perfume Parlor. Perfume Parlor Sheer Venom. Yeah,
Cheer.
it just it's the dog's doodahs. It really is. But Pure Poison by Dior, these two really they just cheer me up,
Yeah.
especially Pure Poison because I just love the sandalwood, the jasmine, the orange blossom, and I find in the older version there's a bit more orange blossom. I find orange blossom as a
Oh,
white
I love.
floral. It's so bright and
I,
uplifting,
I agree.
and it's beautiful whether it's on a wintry day or a sunny day.
Yes.
This in the high heat, this shines. In the cold, this cuts through the cold. It's what I call my snow queen fragrance in a bottle.
Yes.
It's my, I'm not going to get religious here, but it's like my higher power in a bottle. It's
Yeah.
like my little angel in a bottle, like Angel as well.
Yeah.
It's like it's there if I feel a little bit
I get it. Yeah.
anxious or I feel a little bit uptight inside. I can just spray a little bit, and immediately it's like I've got serenity. I
Yes.
just feel more serene. So yeah, so those are two that
Yeah.
just really do
I,
make
I
me
would
feel
like to, I would like to
happy.
get a bottle of that Angel. But have you tried the Angel EDT?
I've only got the Angel EDT in the older version. In the Comet,
Yeah, and
there
the
I
new.
haven't got, because I know Tara Michelle, Opinionated Sense, she hates Angel, but she loves the Angel EDT, the
That's what I
newer
hear.
formula.
Yeah.
So I really should try it, really. So
I kind of feel the
yeah.
same way. Like I love Angel, but it seemed a little bit like dense for me to wear. I can probably wear it now. This was a long time ago, but I was
Mm,
more drawn to the EDT because I felt like it was a little bit lighter. But
mm.
and you know it's always hot here where I live, so I'm thinking, okay,
And
maybe that.
I'm not an alien girl. I think you're either, well, I do like Alien, but
Yeah,
I, yeah, I used my
Angel's
bottle of
Angel's
Alien up.
great.
And I'm not going to repurchase it because I'm
Yeah,
forever an Angel girl.
yeah. No, I love it. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Catch My Whiff. Oh my
Catch
gosh,
my whiff. I love
Lizzie's
that
here.
name.
Lizzie. Hi, Mr. Got Plenty. Thank you guys for hi, Manginosis. Thank you so much for joining.
Oh,
Awesome.
Lizzie's here. Rosen
I
Jones.
know Lizzie's here. That's
Lizzie.
exciting. That's
Oh,
exciting.
I know. She's got a great channel.
I don't even know if I picked a happy scent. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm gonna grab my happy scent because I know what it is. I just didn't put it on the table. So let me go grab it. Let's see. It's probably gonna be unexpected. But it's funny because it's also kind of like a fruity sweet thing. So here's my happy scent. And so the story is, oh, I'll just tell you what it is. So it's probably not something you'd expect maybe, but it's Giorgio Armani and it's Because It's You. Okay. So
Okay.
this was right when I started off in my perfume journey. And I was going through a tough time. I was going through divorce. And it was, I went through divorce at the same time as COVID. Lucky me. So
Oh,
March of
wow.
2020, yeah, we filed in March of 2020, and we were like filing this week that everything shut down to COVID. So I had divorce, COVID. So I think that's when I got really into perfume, because I noticed it did something to my mood. So this was the one perfume that I don't know, I just bought randomly. I'm like, okay, because I was always very much like fruity floral or like something, you know. But this just made me happy. That's the only way I could describe it. It made me
I've
happy.
not tried it.
It's just your, you know, it's definitely, you know, your designer, maybe generic. It's not anything you need to run out and try, but I think it's more
Mm,
just a personal thing for me. And it still makes me happy. It smells like fruit juice. No, I'm just kidding.
fruit juice.
But it makes me
Oh, I
happy.
love
I
it.
actually think it's not a bad perfume. It still makes me happy to this day. But yeah, so I still have.
Yeah.
I think it's just that connection I have to it. You know what I mean? So when I want to feel better, yeah, I'll grab this, and then let me see what else. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Happy scents. Yeah, I think this would be the one. This is really the one that I'm going for when I need like a little, you know, shot in the arm. But you're right about orange
A
blossom.
shot in the arm.
Exactly. It's like,
Okay.
cheer up, get your act together. But no, I think you're right about orange blossom. Orange blossom really does, you know, that I love orange blossom. That makes me happy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Orange blossom can be sometimes bitter, but I think that's maybe the more petty grain.
Yeah,
Um, but I think, yeah, it's just it's a sweet note. I love it. It's a sweet floral.
yeah, I love orange blossom. I think that was the first like flower I figured out. I'm like, oh wow, this stuff is good. Okay, let's do another one.
French.
Another one. If you need to take a break, Abby, you can do that
No,
too.
I'm fine. I'm
I need
fine.
like a little intermission thing. You're good? Okay.
Need a what? Sorry.
Intermission. We should have a little intermission.
Intermission. I'll have a fag afterwards. No, I'm only kidding.
Oh, okay. So let's see. So this is one I added at the last minute. So perfumes you wear when it's hot and humid out. Like it's almost so hot and humid that you can't even think about wearing a perfume, but you still want to wear a perfume. It's so hot and humid. That kind of perfume.
Well, I see you've already spoken about one of these,
Which
and this is what I would wear. I would actually wear L'Ombre dans l'eau.
Oh yeah, that's a
That
good
would be
one.
one scent that I would wear because it is very, very fresh, and I only really wear this in the summertime. I'm just looking at my other ones. If there was something, sometimes if it's really, oh, I tell you what else. Oh, I would wear
Ooh.
Tender Poison by Dior.
I would love to smell that.
Oh gosh, I tell you what, yeah, on eBay these go for like about £300 plus. No, and this is only a 15
That
ml bottle.
bottle's so
And I
cool.
know if Frances is still watching Happiness Sparkle, she loves this. As well as what's also Frances's signature scent. Calvin Klein, Eternity. Now, not a lot
Yeah.
of people like Eternity, I know, but I know she spoke about Eternity and Tender Poison. But this is, oh, it's a hard scent to describe. It's nothing like the original Poison. Um, it's it's quite. I think it's quite a light scent, but some people would think it's quite
Really?
heavy. But yeah, it's just it's got some floral notes. It's got some sweet notes. It's got some vanilla in there. Yeah, I would pick those. I would pick that,
Yeah.
or I tell you another one. Oh no, maybe I'll save that. No, I'll save that one for another category.
Save it.
Category. Um, oh, actually, no. I'm gonna say this actually because I would wear this one as well. I
What's
would
that?
wear, yes, I am
Casserole.
not delicious. Oh, it's got a beautiful, soft peach note in it. And I
Ooh,
think in the height of summer, a peach is,
I agree.
oh, it's just so nice. And we went, when it was a really hot day, about 6 weeks ago, I'm a member of the National Trust here in the UK. I don't know if you've heard of the National Trust,
No.
but they have properties and museums in old houses like Downton Abbey, things like that, all around the coast of the UK. And there's one in Romsey near me, and it's Mottisfont House. And I was walking through the lovely rose gardens and the beautiful gardens there, and I was wearing this, and the lovely floral notes combined with the peach. It was just
Mm,
beautiful in the high heat. Not the most longest lasting scent, but it did its job. And
yes.
I thought, what can I wear? Because it's so darn hot. And this
That's the
is just
perfect thing.
beautiful. I can't
Yes.
remember which Yes I Am it is. It's not delicious. It's not first. It's not the original. I don't know. I can't remember.
What is the house on that one? Is it Casserole?
Casserole. Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
casserole.
Okay.
Yeah,
Casserole.
casserole. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's
Isn't
beautiful.
it great? Isn't it great when you pick a perfume and it's just spot on? You're like, oh my gosh, I picked such a good
Yeah,
perfume to go with the
yeah,
occasion.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. I love it. Okay, so for me, it's hot here. It's hot here. I'm in California.
Where
It's
in
hot.
California are you?
I'm in like Southern California, Orange County,
Okay.
San
Oh,
Diego.
oh, I've just, excuse me. Oh gosh,
Oh,
Claude, that's a good boy. No, darling, darling. Right, I've just.
Claude. Claude is a star.
I know, darling. You got caught up there, didn't you? Yes. You're going to get electrocuted, you silly boy. Come on. Come on. What have you done? What have you done? Oh, my dear boy. Oh, God. Oh, God. What have you. There we go. There we go.
Scent of the day.
Oops. There's a good boy.
What is
Oh,
scent of the day saying? Sergeton's Feast of Joy. Do you like it? Scent of the day? Yes. So it's hot. Like, okay. So there's some days where I'm just like, do I even want to wear anything? You know what I mean? It's just so hot. And I mean, honestly, like freshies kind of like, some freshies kind of bore me, to be honest.
yeah, I don't do
You know what I
freshies.
mean? Like, I kind of like, I have a hard
Oh,
time with
yeah.
freshies.
They're
So
boring.
they
Yes.
are boring. So I've been
Yeah.
struggling with like, what do I wear when it's really, really hot? So I pulled this one out the other day and it was so good. And it worked with the heat. And I may be wrong. I need to wear it a couple more times. But as far as I can tell, it's a really good hot weather perfume. And it is another Guerlain, because you know I love Guerlain.
Oh.
And this is, what is it? Après Lalande. Après Lalande.
Après Lundy, yes.
There you go. Thank you. Après
Yeah,
Lalande.
that's okay. Après Lundy.
Now he knows how to
Yeah.
say things correctly. But it's an iris perfume, like a kind of a clean iris perfume. And I think that's why it works so well in the heat, because it's clean smelling and it wears really well and you feel very clean throughout the day. And I think the iris, I believe that the iris in here is not dense or heavy. It's just a nice light iris. You know, the musk kind of like everything's lifted. It doesn't smell dense. Like I have another one here on the list that's an iris, but it's a little like more like, you know, weighted down. This is a very light iris and musk, and it just, oh my God, it's so good for hot weather. I mean, it stayed on me all day and I smelled very clean and fresh all day. So, and it's in this bottle, right? Because Guerlain's always changing their bottles.
Yeah.
But I was able to get this one. I think I got it from Harrods. If you guys maybe can still, you know, pick it up. Look, you can't go wrong with a Guerlain in my book.
No,
I mean, now
I know they're
right?
Guerlain fragrances. They're just it's like Chanel, isn't it? They have their own like I call it a Guerlainade DNA, you know, it's
Yeah,
that, yeah.
absolutely. You just can't go wrong with it. But this is beautiful. So if you guys, I think for men too, this is totally unisex. Like there's nothing in
Mm,
here that's like sweet or floral. It's all about, you know, it's all about iris, but everything's lifted and, you know, it's not even powdery so much. It's just more clean smelling. It's
mm,
clean smelling, not so much powdery. So yeah, if you guys should check it out. I think guys would really smell good with this because instead
mm.
of a freshie, because freshies are boring, right?
Yeah, yeah, we don't do freshies. No,
Wah wah wah. I don't know. I'm
yeah.
not into freshies. So okay, all right. So let me pick another. Can I go refresh my drink for a second? You can kind of like.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay,
That's
I'll do it. Yeah.
fine. That's fine. I'll just have a look on the chat. Who's on the chat?
Perfect.
Who's talking here? Yes, Guerlainade is magic. Uh, oh, Molly's here. Hi, Molly. Oh, she's in Houston. The AC is turned down in my office. Oh my God, Anna, almost 20 degrees. The heat, yeah, in southern Europe. It's just been awful. I'm hoping the weather's going to be really good tomorrow because I live near Winchester. So we're going to Hinton Ampner tomorrow to have a look at the house there and the gardens, the Lily Pond Gardens. It's just like a scene out of Dynasty where Joan Collins is throwing Crystal into the Lily Pond and they're having a cat fight. If you remember Dynasty.
Oh yeah, I do.
So you live in Knott's Landing, California. No, I'm only kidding.
Was it here? Was it based here? Knots
Oh,
Landing?
I don't know. It's probably based in the studio, wasn't it? Knott's Landing. Do you
Yes,
know what
probably.
I always wanted to be when I first? I don't know how old you are, Margie, but I'm 51 nearly. And when Knott's Landing first came out, I wanted to be Valine Ewing. I wanted to be Joan Van Ark. I mean, I don't necessarily want to be Joan Van Ark now, but no, sorry, Joan Van Ark, but but I wanted to be her and Lucy Ewing dancing because she'd never seen the ocean. Valine Ewing had never seen the ocean, so
Oh
it
wow.
was, yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm
Are
digressing
you
now.
close to the Are
Boring.
you close to the ocean at all now?
Yeah, we live on the south coast of the UK,
Oh
although we
wow.
have the docks. We have no beach in Southampton. I mean, yeah, we only have the docks, so I'm only ever at the docks when the sailors are in. But
Yeah,
apart from that,
but at
no,
least
I'm
you're
not
by the
kidding.
water. You're by the water. Have you been to
Sorry,
California? Have you been to California?
no, no, never been to California. My grandmother, though, she came. She was from New Jersey.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she was a
Oh
New
my
Jersey
gosh.
girl. Yeah, yeah. Oh God, yeah, was she? So she came over when she was 17 to the UK. So I have family, and I did have family in um, Michigan, Ohio, Ohio.
Really?
Yeah, is it Toledo, Toledo, Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
um,
That sounds.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Um, and I think that's it. I've got some family there, so
I see.
yeah, yeah, but
But
Italian,
yes.
Italian, New Jersey Italian. My grandmother. So yeah,
Oh, very
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So do you like if you're able to travel anywhere you want? I mean, is the U.S. on your list, or where would you go if you could travel
I,
anywhere?
well, if Francis is watching, I want to come and stay with you, Francis, in Canada. Well, Richard would go to Canada. He would live in Canada in a heartbeat. Firstly, though, we're too old, and secondly, it just wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
But if I wanted to live anywhere in the world, Greece. Maybe
ooh,
not now in the high
I
heat.
I
I've
could picture.
always had a passion. I've always loved Greece. I've always Corfu, the island. If you've ever been to the island of Corfu, It's a beautiful green, lush island.
Mhm.
And Paleokastriska in Corfu is my happy place. It's my, yeah, it's beautiful there.
Now,
Beautiful.
why would Richard want to live in Canada? I'm just curious, like what?
He just, he would, for some reason, he would want to live in Toronto. I don't know
Oh,
why.
okay, that's interesting. Okay,
Um, but
I don't know anything about it,
I'd like
so
to go to California. I have friends in San Diego. Um, but are you from California originally?
yes, yeah,
Oh, so you're a California girl.
I
Yeah,
am. I am.
yeah.
It's hard
It's a
to
very
leave. It's hard to leave. I have no family here. They've all moved out of state, but it's hard to leave California. Just honestly, it's the weather that keeps me here. I
oh,
mean,
is
weather is
it?
my job, of course, but the weather is like nothing else, honestly.
And of course, you've got a lot of on fragrance community people who live in the state of
Yes.
California,
Right.
like Marcy Mello.
Oh, I
Marcy
don't know.
Mello.
Oh,
Marcy, she's a trauma nurse, I think, or an ER nurse.
oh,
Um, who else is in California? Well, didn't you meet up with Kay
yes, Kay.
a
Yes,
while back? Kay,
yeah.
and I used to love her. Who else? Oh, what's her name? Jen.
I don't know, Jen.
Perfume
Wait, it sounds
Collection and
familiar.
Reviews. She moved
Oh,
to
Jennifer.
Ohio.
Yes, I met
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Yes, I
Yes.
did meet
Yeah,
her early
Jennifer.
on. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she moved, didn't
And
she? Yes.
do you know Alex Pearl?
No.
Oh, you've got to follow him. He's
Oh,
amazing.
oh, is he?
Like him.
Right. I'll have to
Yes,
follow
he's so
him.
much fun.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the one that turned me on to this perfume. He really is deep into perfume collecting, and he came over here a couple of weeks ago, and this was one of the ones I was like, oh my gosh, I must have it. But yeah, he's not too far away. He's a very cool, interesting person, very nice person. So yeah, he's in California too, not too far from me. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'll have to connect you so you know, and you could send me some. You can send me some stuff too, so I know who to follow. All right, where did I leave off?
I don't know. There's
Sorry.
so much perfumes that made us happy. No.
We did happy, right?
Yeah, we've done happy.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here.
Um,
Sorry, guys. All right. Oh my gosh, I was looking at that seduce one, but we don't want to do that again.
no, we've done that one.
We're being pretty good tonight. I
It's,
thought it was going to
yeah,
get a lot spicier, Gabby.
well, I think it's been quite spicy.
Oh, I did that one already. Okay, I did hot and humid already. So hot and humid. All right, I am going to pick another then because I think we did those. Okay,
Yes.
pick another one. You only need 4 horsemen. Eugene, Rich, Mitz, Ramsey, and Jonathan. Yes. Do you follow any of those guys, Gabby?
Ramsey, I think Ramsey.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure about the others. No.
Oh my gosh, you gotta
Rich
follow.
Mitch. Oh my God, he sounds cool. Rich Mitch.
Oh my God, you will love him. He's amazing. He does live streams almost every day, at least several times a week.
Oh,
Does live streams. Yes, we call him the Duck, and he doesn't show his face, but he has a huge vintage perfume collection, and he's just like his knowledge and his nose is like none other. And he
right.
does, you know what he does really well, and this is how you know someone really knows their stuff. First impressions. Like, it's hard to do a first impression, right? If you
Yeah.
don't know much about it, you're just smelling it, you're talking through it, but he does first impressions that are just great. So yeah, you guys definitely want to follow Rich Mitch. Just do Rich Mitch perfume. Hopefully I could drop him in the chat later. Eugene, you don't know Eugene, Gabby?
No.
So
No.
Eugene is now, I'll send you these channels. Yeah, Eugene
Right.
You smells good, and he's been doing this a long time, perfume head, frag head, but he partnered up with Antoine Lee, who is a pretty, he's a pretty well-respected perfumer. And he became creative director for his own brand. So he's actually putting out perfumes. So he's selling his own, like he's got his own house. So it's pretty cool. And oh my gosh, one of them I think you would really, really like. I wish I could send you stuff, but you're so far away.
I know. I really want to try Darren Allen perfume. Have you tried Darren Allen perfumes?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
So good. I know. He's such a nice guy too. The Sheeper #1 is amazing. He just came out with one called Jonquil, and it's like this really just bold in your face, like I think it's mimosa, but it's all yellow florals, but it's very animalic, like very animalic.
Right up my street.
You would like it. How did I get in there? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, here's another one. Yeah, Eugene's fragrances. I think you would like La Douleur Exquise. It's like what is it? It's like a rose. It's a lot of rose and castoreum. And the castoreum, oh my God, the castoreum in La Douleur Exquise is so, so good. So, yeah, okay. So here we go. Oh, this is a good one.
Right.
All right, perfumes you wear when you're just wallowing in sadness. You don't want to be cheered up. You're just allowing yourself to be sad. It's almost as if you enjoy being sad for what, insights you might gain from it. But just like you're just letting yourself be sad, right? Like I think of like just kind of a gray day, and you're just kind of like, I'm sad. I'm not going to try to change it. I'm not going to try to cheer up. I'm just going to be sad.
Yeah, sometimes it's okay just to be in that moment, I think.
Yes.
Just to accept it, let it be, and just everything's going to be okay, and that moment will pass.
That's the thing, I think, because you were talking about, yes, and you were talking about
being in a program, it's just everything, try not to think of, yesterday, somebody said to me that yesterday is a check that's gone. Yes. Tomorrow is promised, but today is the payday. So live for today and the payday. So it's hard. I would naturally go for a scent that maybe like L'Heure Bleue by Guerlain. But do you know what? If I was feeling like that, I wouldn't wear a scent at all. I just wouldn't in that moment, because
I can see that.
That's the thing, having addictions and things like that. It's moments change from minute to minute to minute to minute. And just for today, I have, I remind myself that just for this moment, although I might be feeling anxious or sad, or it's grey outside, or it's not good. I don't want to have that kind of then memory in my head of then wearing a scent. So in that respect, I'm not going to actually choose a scent to wear for that.
Yeah.
So
that's so interesting, because I get what you're saying. It's almost like, because in that mode, I'm usually very much in my head. So I just got a lot going on in my head. So I probably wouldn't wear a scent most often, because I'm just trying to kind of just, deal with whatever's going on, internally. But you mentioned L'Heure Bleue. I'm probably not saying that eloquently as you say it, but
it's okay.
That was my pick.
Yeah, it's such a melancholy scent, and it was my grandmother's signature scent.
Really?
Yes, it was one of the very first scents, my New Jersey grandmother that she wore, and it's very powdery, isn't it? It's a very powdery scent. It's iris, it's blue. It is that you know, as the sun is setting and it's just becoming dusk. It's that, yeah.
I don't think there's any better scent that just like for me it's like, you know, the time that I really like it connected, I connected with it was, yeah, it was kind of a gloomy day, kind of like, you know, like it was going to rain, kind of gloomy, kind of cool, almost cold day. But yeah, when you're just kind of in a very melancholy, like just like in a blah kind of mood, it just goes with, and it's not that this is a blah fragrance, it just like, it just, I don't know, it just fits that mood so well.
Mm. And I
But
think at the time when it came out, was it 1912 or something when it came out? You know, it's just before the First
oh,
World War. And 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 actually my grandmother, she was born 1913. And I I think that summer before the First World War, it was just that kind of like that period of time where there
yeah,
was just, you
everything's
know,
blanketed, like there's like
yes.
this pensive kind of feeling like something's gonna come, right? Like, right?
Mm,
Like, yeah,
mm. Yeah, something's just round the corner.
exactly.
Um, yeah, and it's just at that time. It's very Edwardian. Is that Edwardian? Yeah, very Edwardian. Yeah, yeah, because we're
Yeah,
past
almost like,
Victoria.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you're at the other shoe's gonna drop or something. Oh, bye,
Mm,
Christy.
mm.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Take care. Thank you for coming.
This is
God.
just, yeah, I love this perfume so much. But yeah, Lair Blue, when I'm feeling kind of like I said, just kind of like I'm gonna be sad and just deal with it. Um, it just fits that, and it almost kind of like it's kind of comforting, right? The iris and the
Yeah.
powderiness, but it's still like a very like rounded perfume. So you kind of feel like kind of like I don't know, wrapped up in this. But oh my god, you guys, if you haven't smelled this, you just yeah. So Lair Blue.
Mm, mm.
So okay, are you guys wanting to continue with the I see them asking questions, but maybe they're just asking the chat. He's asking about Serge Lutens. Okay, Gabby, how are you doing? How long have we been on? Let's see.
Um,
Oh, an
oh,
hour and 37.
yeah. Oh, I don't know what I've done here. Oh, I don't know. I've just been clicked something, and oh no, I leave that off.
That's okay. I
I
still see
find
you.
I find StreamYard is just so user friendly, and if anybody's watching from StreamYard, they need to change this because I haven't done a live because I'm trying to tick on comments now, and I can't see comments, and I don't want to ignore people, you know. So I hate it when I can't interact with the audience.
Yeah, it'll you kind of get used to it at some point, but yes, it's not like intuitive, right? So I had to
Oh
kind of figure it
no.
out. But I think you'd be great for just you've done streams on your channel, right?
I did. It's been over a year ago. The last stream I did was with Liz, so that was about nearly a year and a half ago. So, or was it just over a year ago? And I have done lives with others, with Bougie Fragrance. She doesn't stream anymore, and a few other content creators.
You know what,
Um,
Gab? You're a great interviewer. When I saw
right.
you do, yeah, you are. When I saw you
Um,
do the live with Liz, it was just a very good vibe. Like you guys kind of, it was just a good vibe, and
yeah,
I think
I can. Yeah, I can be profesh when I need to be.
no, you did great. Okay, so let me pick
Right.
one more. Okay, here we
There's a
go.
couple of more questions left, I think, isn't there?
There's let's see how many we've got left. One, two, three, four. Only four. Only four.
Four.
So we got four more. And then I don't know if you know this about me, but my streams are kind of known to go like really, really long and just kind of go off
Oh,
the
are
rails.
they? Oh, right.
Any of my followers, yes, they kind of go way too long. I need to stop doing that, but I've had streams go for like 8-9 hours. That's why I asked you. I'm like, Gabby, do you have a
Oh,
hard
yeah.
stop?
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, no, no.
All right. Okay, this is a lighthearted one. This is a good one. Okay.
Right.
Good night, Joe. Thanks for stopping by. Okay.
Bye.
This is a fun one. This is a fun one, I think. Okay, so perfumes you wear when you're going to the beach, you're going by the water.
The beach by the water. Mm, that is.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Okay, so I'll go first. All right. By the water. Where did it go?
Oh,
okay, this is honestly the best perfume that I've worn by the water, and I try to figure out why it's so good, why it works so well at the beach, and I think I got it figured out. Hang on. Where's the other one? Okay, so this is actually maybe unexpected, but this is Essential Perfumes, and it's Rose Magnetic.
Oh.
Have you heard of this house?
I've not heard of them at all.
They're very, like, they're just great value. So this here, I think it's like this is 100 ml. 100 ml bottle, $75. It was, I got it on Lucky Scent. And I had heard they're just, pretty solid, house. This was, let's see, the perfumer is Sophie Loeb. So
yeah.
Right? So pretty good perfumer. And yeah, and I had heard about this Rose Magnetic. So let me tell you why I think this works so well at a beach, because I've noticed whenever I wear this to the beach, I just feel great. It's called Rose Magnetic, so it definitely has that kind of like rose, kind of like, you'd almost call it like a very like kind of easy rose. It's a little it has a little bit of sweetness, rose. But what I like about this for the beach or just being outside in the humidity, I think it has ambroxan in it.
Oh, right.
And I feel like it has something that when it kind of, and I know some people don't really like ambroxan, but I think it makes it stick to the skin really well. And when I'm wearing it at the beach and it's kind of hot and, kind of sticky by the beach, it just really like it sticks to your skin. And I get that, kind of like fresh rose, a little bit of sweetness. I might feel even a little bit of saltiness with this. I'm not sure, but it just goes like it goes with the humidity. It goes with like your body sweat even. But I think it's great. And I like, as I got more into perfume, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like, it's not like a Guerlain or whatever, but it's a great perfume. So if you guys are looking for a fresh rose, something that sticks with you when it's hot and humid and you want to smell, here's the thing, here's how I would describe this. This is a very kind of like almost like flirty, but not like kind of like it could almost go in the like flirty, whimsical kind of vibe because it's very light and fun. But interesting, JJ was on the other day with a guest, and it was a gentleman, and he said that he loves this. So I do think it's probably pretty unisex. Just a very light rose that sticks with you because of the ambroxan. So I think it's great. I love this.
I've not tried it.
Yeah, good stuff. So that is my pick for, oh no, here's Money Burner. Money Burners. Do you know Money Burner, Gabby?
What's Money Burner? What?
You don't want to know, Gabby. Just kidding. He's one of my followers.
Money Burner. Mange. That means eat in French. Mange. Mange is okay.
Yes, Money Burner is here. Let's see who else is here. Dusan, thank you so much for being on still. I appreciate it. Private Collection by Estee Lauder. I'll have to do it another time. I'm sure Gabby and I will do this again soon. Okay, we'll do another topic. All right. So here you go. We have three more. Shaking it up. Okay. Trying to remember what's remaining. Okay. Perfumes you wear when? Oh gosh. This is hard for me because I don't really have a reference. But I know Dusan has a reference to this because I hear him talk about it. But Perfumes you wear when you're going to the opera.
Ah, okay.
Because I've never been to an opera.
I've never been to an opera. I've been to ballet. I've been to many ballet.
Yes.
And my favourite ballet is that, well, of course, it has to be the Nutcracker. That's my favourite ballet, especially at Christmas. I have to go and see it every Christmas. Have you not
Really?
seen the
I have
Nutcracker?
not seen it. No.
Oh, the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Oh, and the it's just
That.
it's such a magical ballet. I always watch it on TV at Christmas if I can't get to go and see it. So I would wear, if I was at the opera. Well,
Or
there's
you
one
could
fragrance.
the
I know
Nutcracker.
Anna spoke about this fragrance if she was feeling somber, but a Tom Ford
Mm.
Violet Blonde. I would wear Violet Blonde.
Oh,
It
I
is got it's a lovely leathery suede iris scent. It's very classy. It's very, oh darling, oh sweetie, oh
mm.
you know. But that, I mean, I'm trying to be all regal, and I end up being like absolutely fabulous Joanna Lumley, sweetie, darling, sweetie. If you know who she is, do you know who she is?
No, yeah.
You
You're gonna
don't
have
know
to
who
pull me
Joanna
on that.
Lumley is in Absolutely Fabulous. You,
I'm not a
either
big
of you.
film buff. You're gonna have to
Oh, she,
you're
oh,
gonna
oh
have to school
God, you've
me on
got
this
to
stuff,
watch.
Gabby.
You've got to. It's a British 90s comedy sitcom called
Oh,
Absolutely Fabulous
okay.
with Jennifer Saunders um, and Joanna Lumley. And Joanna Lumley is this, she's got this big beehive bouffant hair, and she tries to be, oh, sweetie, and she's chain smoking, she's swigging on,
I
she's
love it.
drinking Chanel number 5. That's what she's like. And she would be wearing Violet Blonde. You know,
I've
she is,
I've heard great things about that perfume. I've
yeah,
heard
it
great.
is. It's been sadly discontinued, but
Yeah,
it is just very dressed up. Yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a unicorn because I heard some of the gals that I follow, like the top note, and I think Eve Spider Smells. I think maybe she was talking about it too, but just how great that Violet Blonde is from Tom
Mm,
Ford. And yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of like a unicorn. I don't see it very often out there,
Yeah.
but
It's very, you're dressed up with the fur, the fake fur, just yeah,
yes,
you're just yeah.
I
And
love it.
then you slip off that fur and you're pairing. You really are. Yeah, so I would wear that at a ballet. I
No,
would. Or an
that's
opera.
great.
I'm not a fan of the opera though. I always think that, and I'm sorry if there's any opera singers watching, but I always think opera singers are singing like they've got a feather up their ass and they're going, and they've got somebody tickling their ass with a feather. And I just can't deal with it.
Does
So,
actually sound that way. Someone's asking if I'm a Libra. Why? What is a Libra
oh,
like?
Libra. Oh,
Oh,
Libras.
yeah, we know all about
Libra.
this.
Well, my husband is a Libra. So they say Librans are meant to be very balanced. Oh no, they're crazy as hell, Librans are.
Oh my
Librans are
God.
as crazy as hell. Very indecisive, Librans are.
Oh my
Um,
God. That's me. Yes.
yeah, they're and some Librans can even be
Wait, they're
narcissists.
meant to, they say they're balanced, but yet they're totally indecisive? Do you mean?
Yeah, they're totally indecisive. Totally indecisive. Libras are very, very balanced. Well, yeah, we'll agree to disagree.
I'm not a Libra.
No, but you are an air sign.
I do
You
have
are
I do have
you are an
decision.
air sign.
I am an air sign. I am.
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
Terry. I'm an Aquarian, whatever that means.
Yes.
Oh, they're like,
Aquarians.
look, it's like a
Now,
water kind
Aquarians, well, Oprah Winfrey,
of.
humility. Aquarians have a lot of humility. Um, Aquarian Aquarians can be hard to pin down. They, when it comes to relationships, an Aquarian will, yeah, yeah,
This is
an
sounding
Aquarian is very adventurous normally.
okay. Okay.
Normally, yeah, um,
I'm just kidding.
yeah.
I'm kidding. Okay, well that explains some things. That does. That does. Okay, so I'm gonna do my opera set, and I've never been to an
Yes.
opera, but I guess I was thinking of somewhere like really like kind of like like sophisticated or bougie. Do you know the word bougie? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Bougie,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word, but like opera seems a little like highbrow, like, you're going and you're all dressed up and you're wanting to smell very sophisticated and like, you only have the
See,
best.
I associate bougie with pretentious.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're
But
right. Bougie's a little
I
bit more. No, you're right. Bougie's kind of more like, I don't know. Bougie's more like cheap, right? It's like you're trying too hard, right? Maybe?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
So this is a little bit more like, I don't know. It's just a little bit more sophisticated and only like the best of the best. You only have the best of the best, right? You know what's good. And for me, the perfume I'd wear is Chanel 31 Rue Cambon.
Oh,
Have you smelled this, Gabby?
oh, I say, as Dot Cotton would say. You don't know who Dot Cotton is, probably.
I don't know. Sorry. You're going to have
Oh, I
to school me on
say.
all this stuff. Oh my gosh. This is okay. So I've said recently that this is like my like top 5. Right now it's literally the kind of perfume that I smell it and it's like eyes roll back. Like I can't even believe this is out there. Like it's that good. It
Really?
is, yeah, it's a modern Chypre, but it's not like a kind of it's not an aggressive, like in your face Chypre. It's a very soft Chypre. You know what I mean? It's like all
Okay.
the very softened, but so it opens with a black pepper note. So it has like this peppery opening, and then you get down to like there's fruitiness. It's very not sweet, but just fruity. So peppery, kind of fruity, but everything's very soft. And then I think with this less exclusive line, everything is iris based. So there's iris in
Right.
it too. So it's an iris perfume, but it has that personality with the pepper and the fruit. Like it's giving it personality. You know what I mean?
Mm, mm.
And it's still cheaper. It's very complex. It's super complex. You don't know what you're smelling. It's the best thing I've ever freaking smelled. Like I love this perfume so much. If you can smell it, I think you'd
Yeah, I've
like it.
never smelt it. I've never
Yeah,
smelt it.
yeah, it's
I've
amazing.
smelt beige. I love beige, even
Yes,
though the name is
I do like
beige.
it too. I know some people like
Yes,
poo that one, but it's good.
yes,
I want all the
yeah,
less those, but they just went up from 275 for this size bottle. Chanel
yeah.
used to be, this is a 50 ml. It went from 275 to now it's $300 a bottle, so it's a little much.
Gosh,
You know what I mean?
yeah. See, that's the price tag. It's just, interest rates in the UK are rising like anything.
Yeah.
It's like get those
Ah,
Tories out. But that's another subject. But yeah, I just and and everything's rising. Mortgages,
oh
price
yeah.
increases, everything. So how can you justify?
I
Well, if
know. It's
you've got if
very
you've got the money to pay for it, then that's fine. But I just find it ludicrous. I
it
do.
becomes it becomes hard to justify, like just what you
Yeah,
said. right? Like
Yeah.
it's to a point now where, well, I was actually interested in buying a couple more less exclusives, like, because I had heard the prices were going up. And they're like, oh, we have a discount, but it doesn't start until August 1st. August 1st, all the Chanel prices went up for the less exclusives anyway. Anyway, these are $300 now. Yeah, and I wanted two of them, but I'm like, that's crazy. It becomes very hard to justify. That's all. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to sell some organs or something. Okay. I have two more, and then you can get off to sleep because I know it's late there. So, and then I'll keep people on for some shenanigans if they want to hang around. Just kidding. Okay, so here's my next one. I wrote down two more, Gabby. Two more.
Okay.
Perfumes you wear when you want to feel pretty. Just pretty. You want to feel pretty.
Just pretty for the sake of being pretty.
Yes.
That's an interesting one.
If you want me to go, you just let me know because I've got all my stuff.
I'm just looking over. I'm just going to go and get a couple. I've just
Go ahead.
over there.
I will wait. We will wait here for you.
Okay. Right.
Claire, it's so good to see you, Claire. You have Claire Smith. If you guys are not following Claire Smith, she is awesome. She does these very like scientific videos on like, oh my gosh, Claire, the one video that I loved of yours. I mean, you have great videos, all of them, but was it, musks. You did a video on musks, and that was so interesting because musks are like the hardest thing. That was the hardest thing for me to figure out was musks, right? Like, there's clean ones, there's dirty ones. Like, what are musks? So you guys check out Dr. Claire Smith's YouTube channel because she does all these deep dives into, like scientific. Oh, she's leaving. Okay, good night, Claire.
Good night, Claire.
I know, it's so great to have her here.
Right.
Is Scented Snowdrops John?
Yes, John.
Okay. I was like trying to
So,
thank
now,
you,
John. Now, let me tell you, I've met John. I've met John in the flesh. I've actually touched his body. I have, yes. He's a sweet guy, is our John. He's
it.
And Chantal, I've met him, and Faith is here. Hi, Faith. She is the Eagles lover, Faith. Oh, love Faith. But yes, I've met John and Chantal Tiffany. Do you know Chantal Tiffany?
Oh yes, she seems like a
right. Yes, she is. Yeah. They're both Geordies. Well, John isn't. I think he's from Durham. But yeah, they're just lovely. They're just absolutely lovely. And John, the very first time I met him, he was like, oh God, he's just so nice. So lovely.
He's like a very nice person.
He is. Yeah.
I'm just reading this.
And I have a pretty scent, just because I want to feel pretty.
Yes, pretty scent.
And it's just by Cacharel again, but it's an A&A Premier Delise. This, I tell you who got me onto this, Paola Bianca. Do you know Paola Bianca?
Yes, I love her. She's so sweet.
She spoke about this a lot.
Really?
A lot. And I tell you what, another one that makes me feel pretty, again by Cacharel. I love Cacharel. The original Yes I Am. She got me on this. I just smell so girly and feminine, and these two fragrances, I love.
That A&A? What is the A&A called?
Premier Delise.
Okay.
An A&A Premier Delise. So yes, this has pear. This has pear in it, and it's sweet.
Pear's such a good perfume note.
Yeah, it's very sweet, but it's my kind of sweet. Oh, I can't find the hole. Oh, oh, there it is. There it is. But yeah, it's just, it is beautiful, and you can get it cheap. You can get it
Yeah,
cheap.
it looks like it's a great price.
This is 100 mils, um, and it's just, yeah. And the other one, Casherelle, Yes I Am. This one,
What's that one like?
oh,
I'm looking at it
it's
right now.
slightly floral, but it's more. It has like this almost caramelly bit of
Mm.
licorice, but it's not pungent. Oh, it's just. It smells like fruit juice. It's just, but it's. Oh, it's
Mm.
just so pretty. And I
Yeah.
was on the shelf with this. I thought, oh, I don't really want to get this. The bottle looks juvenile. I don't not really. But then once you wear it, it's just so pretty. I think Casherelle are one of my
That's awesome.
favorite brands.
I love
So
that
yeah,
you're open to that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because the bottle might turn you off, but I like that you're
yeah,
recognizing it's
yeah,
still a good perfume.
yeah. The one good thing about the bottle is it's ribbed.
It is
Apart
ribbed.
from that, and the girth on it is amazing as well.
You're
But you
right.
know, it's sorry.
That could double as. Just kidding. I love it. I love
See,
it. Okay.
I already see. It's nearly the witching hour, and
We've been so we've we've been
this is
so
where I
good.
come out at night.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect. I'm
Sidoni's here.
waiting.
Oh, I love Sidoni. Do you know what, Sidoni? I love your name.
Ooh,
It's
that's pretty.
Sidoni. It's such a French name. I love it.
All right, perfumes I wear when I want to feel pretty. Okay, so this is not in the original bottle, but this is my prettiest perfume, and I had to decant it. And check out this cool little decant bottle. I got it on Amazon. I was able to
Oh,
get the bottle. I had to decant my bottle because it broke. Someone broke it. But this is Neroli Blanc Intense, and it's from a French house.
yeah.
You
Au Pays de Fleur d'Oranger. Oh, yes.
It's
Oh,
so
yes. I
good.
haven't got it, but I've
Oh,
always wanted to try it.
yes, it is so good. I bought this, like maybe 2 years ago. The bottle's gorgeous. Everything about this perfume, it was so worth it. I came here from France, and I love how you say the name because I can never say the name, but it's a beautiful orange
Pays de
blossom.
Fleur d'Oranger. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful orange blossom. I mean, it says it's Neroli Blanc Intense is what it goes by, but the neroli, I don't necessarily get neroli, like the bitterness from neroli. I'm mostly getting orange blossom. You might have a little bit of a little bit from the neroli, but not so much. I get orange blossom. And you would almost say this is like a candied orange blossom, but it's
Right.
not. It's not too sweet though. But this is the perfume I wear when I'm like, it's actually the kind of perfume I'd wear if I'm going out on a date and I
Right.
want to smell super delicious and but pretty at the same time. Not
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very pretty, delicious. It's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah. But I
Yeah,
think
I
I'm
know
at
Eve Spider Smells. She spoke about that one.
yes,
When I first heard of it, she spoke about it.
exactly.
And yeah, I thought, and then I looked on their website and I thought, shall I blind buy it? I don't, and now I just not, I haven't bought it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Some things, I mean,
it's always caught my eye.
yeah, and you can't buy everything. And yeah, Joanna's saying the dry down is glorious. I agree. That's the thing. The way that this wears is so beautiful. It smells. I mean, it is so like sexy once you wear it out and the dry down, and it's just, oh my god. But you could just tell they're good.
Hi,
Uh,
Joanna.
materials in here are very, very good. So maybe I'll get another bottle, but for now I've got this left because someone broke the bottle. So the other
Oh,
perfume, the other perfume that I wear when I want to feel pretty, is this one. Do you have this? Oh my
I
god.
do. Amarie.
I
Pardon
love
me, bonjour.
Amarie.
Yes,
You're
Amarie.
probably the one that told me about this one, in fact.
I tell you who else loves Amarie, and she's not watching here, and she should be watching. It's Veronica Says All. She
Oh, I love her.
loves Amarie.
She's so awesome.
Veronica, yes. Yes. Yeah, she actually got me onto that, actually, Amarie.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
this is like the ultimate. This Amarige is like an anagram for marriage. Like it's supposed to be like
yes.
a bridal scent. So, of
Mm,
course, when you're getting married, you want to feel pretty, right? So it's that. It's everything, and the quality for. I think you can get this still on Fragrance Net for pretty
mm,
inexpensive. Dominique
yes,
Ropion. Dominique Ropion.
yes.
Get
Dominique
it?
Rapion. That's it,
That's a little
yeah.
fun. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay,
I
one
tell
more.
you what, can I just, sorry, there is
No,
one other fragrance, and that I just want to talk about that makes me feel pretty, that makes
absolutely.
me feel, that makes me feel rock chick, pretty, edgy. Midnight Poison by Dior. I don't know why, there's something about it that I know some people would think, oh no, really? But it makes me feel, I don't know, it's just the best orange, rose, and patchouli scent, and
Mm,
it's a little bit gothic, but it still makes me feel feminine and pretty,
yeah,
and the rose isn't rose potpourri rose, but
I would
it's
love
just
to smell
beautiful.
that.
Have you
Is there?
smelt it? No?
I have not smelled that, but I've heard Thomas at
Yeah,
Ouch
it,
110. Ouch 110, you guys. Ouch 110. He loves that.
yes, yeah,
Yes.
it. There are dupes out there. There are um Dua, Dua fragrances. They do a dupe of this. And again, Perfume Parlor do a dupe of this as well. Um,
Really?
and I tell you what, if you can't get your hands on Organza and Essence, I don't know if you've heard of that
I
fragrance.
have. Yeah.
Well, I know Amanda Marie, she kind of like did a backflip. She's got two bottles of it, a beautiful bottle. But the Perfume Parlor again do a dupe for Organza and Essence
Mm.
that smells amazing. Smells amazing. Um, and if you like MFK Grand Soir, that
Uh-huh.
kind of vibe,
Okay.
it's a bit like that kind of vibe. But anyway, going back to Midnight Poison, yeah,
Yes.
it is. I feel Eva Green pretty, Cinderella pretty when I
Yeah.
wear this. That's how I feel
Does
when I
does
wear
that
it.
have any? Does that have anise in it at all?
Mm,
Why do I?
I
Maybe
don't
not.
know. If you like Noir de Noir by
Oh,
Tom
I love.
Ford,
Yeah.
you may well. It has like a
Okay.
similar vibe to it. Um, there's no saffron or anything in this. It can be a little bit sharp to begin with.
Mhm.
The patchouli is pronounced in this, I would say as well, but it's just a perfect mandarin orange, rose, and patchouli,
Mm.
amberine, vanillic scent. Beautiful.
I would love to try that. That's another unicorn kind of thing, but maybe
Mm.
I'll just keep looking for it.
And good
Midnight.
longevity, good performance on that as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
Shame
my
Dior,
gosh.
but
Frances says that hot couture makes her feel like a rock chick pretty. I agree with
oh
that.
yes.
I love
Yes,
it.
haute couture and YSL. Yes, I think Dominique Ropion was the nose for that, as well as
Oh,
Midnight Poison.
yeah.
Who was the nose for Midnight? Was it Dominique Ropion, the nose for Midnight Poison?
I'm not
I can't
sure.
remember. Yeah, I don't know. Anna, yes, can't live without Midnight Poison. Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Wow, these are all good perfumes. You ladies know what you're talking about. And men, and men,
Mm,
and men. But seriously, you know what? I did a dumb thing. I sold my hot coutures.
did you?
So I did early on. I didn't know better. When I first started collecting, I was like, oh, if I didn't like it immediately, it would go out, right? Like, and now I know, just hang on to the perfume. you might like it later. Your nose changes, right?
Yes.
So I had the EDP and the EDT of Haute Couture. I stupidly sold them. So I want to get them again because, oh my gosh, I was sent a vintage Haute Couture. I think I have it right here. This,
Lucky thing.
I was sent this by a friend,
Oh,
by a noosh.
oh.
And I wore this for some reason. I wore this on 4th of July. Oh my God, I love this perfume. Because it's like raspberry and cigarettes, right? Like it smells like
Yes,
raspberry.
yes. Slightly peppery.
I love
Yes,
it. I
yeah.
needed to get this again. But yeah,
I've only worn the EDP. I haven't worn the EDT. Um, and I actually did have an EDP, but then I gave it to Anne, 50 cents UK. I
yes.
only had about that much left, so I gave it to her to try, and I haven't repurchased one. But yeah, it's a
I thought
perfect
both.
raspberry scent.
And honestly, I had the EDP and the EDT because at that time I was like, oh, I have to decide which one I like better, right? So I got both of them. I think they're both they both are good. I would go for
Mm,
either, honestly. The EDP was maybe a little bit, I don't know, deeper, but honestly, they were both so good. So
mm,
I need to get another one of these. Thank you, Francis, for reminding me. I need to pick that up.
mm.
Okay, so what I did my pretty perfume, right?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, so let me grab another.
I think
Oh,
there's
this is our.
two left.
There's only one left.
Oh, one left.
Yeah, there's only one left. All right. So this is perfumes you wear when you're going on a nature walk or you're just walking around. You just want to like breathe in nature and that kind of perfume.
Okay, breathe in nature. I normally roll around in nature rather than breathing in nature.
Or you're rolling
um,
around. Or you're rolling around. That
um,
too.
oh
I have to remember, what
gosh,
did I pick?
That's a
It is a
difficult
tricky
one.
one. It is a tricky one because your
Oh,
mind would go right to like freshies, right? Your mind,
I've got
my
one.
mind.
I've got one. I've got the
Okay.
perfect one. Andy Tower, and it's been sadly discontinued. It is. Oh, Claude, no, that's it. No, 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 no. You want to knock that down? That's a good point. It is Carillon pour un ange.
Ooh, I haven't
Um,
heard.
yes, it's. I don't know if you can see it there. The name. Can you see it there? Carillon pour un
Oh
ange.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Yeah, sadly discontinued, but it is the most photorealistic, green, natural lily of the valley
Mm,
nature scent. It is, you couldn't get any more natural than nature than this. This is, I feel like Twiggy in The Boyfriend, and there's a scene. If you've ever seen that film, where
no,
they're like, have you not seen The Boyfriend with
no, no.
Twiggy? Oh God, you've got to watch that film. It's a musical, but there's a scene in it where they're all in nature and they're all dancing around. Um, it's not an adult film. You've heard of Twiggy, haven't you? You
I
heard of
have
Twiggy?
heard. Yes, I know Twiggy. Yes.
Yeah, well, I think her name's Leslie. I think her real name is Leslie, but she's very young in it. And there's a scene in it where she's dancing with Christopher Gable, who's her co-star, and they're like nymphs in nature, just dancing
Yes.
and frolicking. And yeah, this is what I imagine that kind of scene to be. And
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Do you know what? It's strong as it it really is. It's got animalic notes with this lily of the valley. It's almost piercing. It's that type of scent where
Ooh, yes.
it's quite
I get
shrill
you. Yeah.
almost.
I feel
Um,
like Lily of the Valley can do that sometimes. Can be
yes,
pretty
yeah,
shrill, right? Yeah.
yeah. I don't know what kind of percentages, or because it's been discontinued now, so I don't know why it was discontinued, but yeah. I tell
Nice.
you what, I spilt just like a tiny drop on my finger. I was smelling it the whole day. That's how strong it is. It is.
That's amazing.
It's a strong beast, but
Yeah. I would like to have an Andy Tower. I don't have any Andy Towers, just because I know I mean, he's a great perfume right here.
yes. You've
Great.
got to have L'air du désert marocain if you're
Yeah.
looking for, you know,
Yes.
you can't beat that. You can't beat that scent.
That's a very dry, right? I hear it's dry. Is
Yeah,
it a
it's
dry
dry,
amber?
it's aromatic, it's a tiny bit sweet, but I would say it's one of those niche gateway fragrances that
Oh, I get you.
you could start
Yeah.
with. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I would like to have that one. Okay, I didn't even pull out a nature scent, so let me grab it. 2 seconds. I already
okay,
think I know. So let's see. Nature scent. Here we go.
who's in the chat? Or
That's a tough.
Penhaligon's Artemisia, yes.
This might be a little harder than I thought.
Africa Savannah. We don't want to attract the mosquitoes, no. Oh, thank you, Mary Beth.
Oh my God, this is so good.
Coco Noir is lovely. Scent of the day, Guerlain Vetiver. That's a lovely scent. Yes, Sidoni. Haute Couture, I think, has been reformulated. They've just brought out, again, in a new bottle. I would steer clear of it. I would look for older bottles myself. Oh, you own oh my God, Francis, you own Organza and Essence. How dare you? How very dare you? Oh, God. That's just like, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have trouble describing this one.
Gabrielle sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I want to get that. I want to get the Chanel.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna like put that face mask on like Robin Williams did in the film Mrs. Doubtfire.
Let me see. Why is this actually more tough than I thought it would be?
Is it tough?
Yeah. But I'm gonna pick one, and I might struggle with describing it because it's so unusual. But okay, so this is my Nature Walk perfume. Because I want to go with something very light and like easy. In fact, let me grab something. Hold on.
You've been a good boy.
This one is. Have you tried this Lancome Eau de Lancome?
No, I haven't.
It's great. I think it has ambrette in it, but it's just a very green. Like it's got the ambrette musk in it. Very like it's just a very just very green and lifted, but it's not sharp green. It's very like everything about it is like kind of like softened, because I think that ambrette seed, or maybe there's ambrette in here, but there's something that kind of like softens down all the green, so it's not sharp at all. This is a very like easy, comfortable green ambrette seed. Just this is a great fragrance. I heard about this. Oh my gosh, what is her name? Oh shoot. Oh, do you ever watch the gal from Wendy's Perfume Parade, or Wendy's? Do you watch her? Wendy's from Wendy's Perfume Parade. I think that's what she goes by. She comes up with some little like gems. So this is one. I think it's been discontinued. It's Lancome Eau de Lancome.
Right.
It's actually really good for outdoors because it's just a very easy to wear green, soft green perfume. It's beautiful. So, and then here's the other one. This one's a little bit more like this is more of a thing, right? So this is outdoorsy to me. Oh my God. This is Ormond Jane, Ormond Woman.
Right.
This? Oh my God.
think I have. I think Lizzie Rose and Jones sent me a little sample.
Oh, that's right. She did like it. Yeah.
Yes, and I quite liked it.
Yeah. I would call this, let me see, I'm gonna spray. My whole room stinks of perfume, but that's great. This is more like outdoors, but you're in like you're in a pine forest, but it's
Mm.
because it's kind of more like a deep green, like resinous green perfume. Oh my God, it's so good. This is like nothing I've smelled before. And I don't wear it enough, but this is a great, like if you're going to go walk in a forest or, like you're definitely like, yeah, pine green, foresty green, nature walk. This would be a good one. So this is
I,
Ormond Jane, Ormond
I tell
Woman.
you, have you tried? I haven't got it, but have you tried Dryad by Papillon?
Oh my gosh, that would be another good one. I have a
Mm.
little sample somewhere, but I need to find it.
Yeah, that's another good one,
That
I
would
would
be
say.
another good
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So we did it, Gabby.
We've done it. We've done all our fragrances. And have
Yes.
you got a scent of the night or a scent of the day?
I haven't sprayed anything yet. Have you?
Neither have I, not on
I
me.
know, right? Whenever I'm going to talk about perfume, I don't put anything on me because I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I don't want.
no, I don't either. But I think before I go to bed, what shall I spray? What shall I? I don't know.
What kind of mood?
I'll probably actually just go with my beloved angel. I'm boring. I'm boring. I
You're
know.
making me want to pick that up. I might have to go for the Angel EDT.
Mm,
There's
yeah.
nothing like that. Look, at the first time I smelled Angel on someone, I was like, what is that? Because it smelled so good. You know what I mean? When it first came out, when it started gaining popularity, but it is good. It's such
Yeah,
a distinct perfume, a distinct smell.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you,
Right.
everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Sorry if you just got here. You can watch
Yes,
this on the
angel.
playback.
Anything but boring. Yes.
Yes. Phil's still hanging in there. Taffy. Do you know Taffy? Taffy's amazing. She's a bud. Oh, she says
Tapping.
Empty Tower had a linden blossom fragrance that would be great for a nature walk.
Ah.
Mhm. Thank you, Catch My Whiff.
Bye, Anna. Anna's
Thank
going.
you,
Yes.
guys. We'll have
Oh, yes. Oh,
Claude is being very patient.
yes.
He's,
He now, when he does this, he now wants to go to
how
bed.
old is Claude? How old is Claude?
He's 9. He's 9 now.
Okay.
And his sister is Marie, but she's complete opposite to Claude. He is my cat,
Oh,
whereas Marie is
look at
and
him. He's
Marie unfortunately has got renal failure. So she's
oh
yeah, so she's okay, she's fine. So
yeah.
but this
Oh
little
my gosh, he's such a little character. Look at he's on you like glue.
yes, I know.
You
It's just like, yeah, he's like a little dog, like follows me
Oh,
around
see, that's what
everywhere.
I need. I would like to have that. Like I love that. I had a dog that was on me all the time, and so I need that again. So
Yes, yeah.
the
Well,
best.
guys, it was lovely being here. Thank you. We'll have to do this again in maybe
Yes,
about another couple of months' time. We'll kind of like do
absolutely,
another live and
absolutely.
maybe
Let's
more
do
of
it
a
again.
winter vibe, a winter
Oh
vibe.
yeah,
So
definitely,
yes,
definitely.
yeah.
All
So,
right.
but I thank everybody that's been here. I'm going to go off to bed now. So, thank
Yeah.
you, Margie, for having me.
Thank you so much.
And
It was so much fun. I'm
okay,
looking forward to this. So it was awesome. I really appreciate it. So thank
that's
you guys for
lovely.
being here. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.